everyone. Here I am. It's it's a little minute or so after 12. And I just wanted to, I'm still in this gorgeous house where they with the art. So Mondays I'll be here for a little bit longer. And I just thought I'd share with you a different piece of art today. It's quite gorgeous. There was an exhibition of this in Canberra, which I went to. So I am just, anyway, let's get into it. So today, hello, we've got some people here. Can you give me a thumbs up or a smile to say that you can hear me? Because I just want to make 100% sure that I am on audio. So today we're going to talk about discounting. I always get questions about discounting, and I had a really good question this week about having discounting. And yesterday I bumped into a previous client, and she said, one of the things that she really remembers us talking about was discounting and the impact that would have on her business. So I thought that would be a really great subject for today. So the first question is, what is a discount? So a discount is where you've made a decision and, we talk about how much you're going to charge based on all your expenses and, you know what you're going to charge. And then a discount is a lesser amount. Now, there's a number of different ways that you could actually do this. It's first off, it's how you actually have your strategy. So a couple of examples that I was thinking about is, so if we think about a pharmacy, so where do you want to place yourself in this sort of discount realm? Apple never discounts. Apple is the price it is. It's just the price it is. But when you think about something like cosmetics, you could get your cosmetics at a discount pharmacy. You go in there and they're all squished together like this on the shelves. There's no samples. It's just there. You take potluck. Or you could go to a department store concession, and they actually, you get a sample and maybe give you some little samples. You get an extra bonus when you buy there. So the price pointing is different. So discount can be an approach to pricing. It's part of your pricing strategy. Just quickly, I think a service repair, car service repair, maybe you get your car serviced at the local Cheap and Cheerful. They do a good job. You know that the brakes are fixed, and you get your car back in exactly the same condition it was in when you started out. Or you might take it back to the dealer or to an exclusive repairer, and they wash the car and they clean the inside and they put a nice smell in it, and they put the seat back exactly where it is, and they put the radio back to the station you were listening to, or so it's there's a different level there. So their pricing strategy reflects. And then, of course, I love hairdressers as an example for all kinds of things. You could have just cuts, which are fantastic. You just get a cut. Or you can go to a salon and you get a glass of wine and you get to choose, your appointment, and there's just you in the salon. So that's part of your pricing strategy. So when it comes to discounting, when we think about discounting, where do you see yourself when it comes to a pricing strategy? So then what are the different types of discounts that we could actually have? So if you already decide on your pricing strategy, and then what would be the different types of discounts? And as I said earlier, I don't believe Apple ever discounts. You never see a for sale or a, end of season sort of sale sign on an Apple store. So those are the sorts of sales discounting that you could see. There might be a one-off discount, today only. There could be seasonal discounts, end of season, something like that. You could have a discount for repeat purchase. So an example of that is your 10th coffee is free. Or, you buy so much, a repeat purchase, you do it over time, and you get your next one free. I think we were exchanging our gas bottle for our SodaStream, and our local petrol station, they have them there, and I think we get our 10th one free. So that's a repeat purchase discount. That's a type of discount. You could also get bulk purchase. So if you buy a lot, you pay less. Free shipping is a type of discount. You buy this much and then there's free shipping. An early payment could be another way of discounting. So you could encourage somebody to actually pay you up front by giving them a discount. So this is how much it'll cost you if you pay over time, but this is how much it will cost you if you pay up front. Another type of discounting is where if you pay for it all in one go, so maybe a monthly fee of $100, but instead of paying $1,200 over the year, you pay $1,100 if you pay up front, or even $1,000. That would be another example of discounting. Buy one, get one free is another example of discounting. There's something called a price break. discount, and what that is, where when you get to a certain point, you get a certain amount off. And I remember I bought a lovely dress in a dress shop in Hawaii when we were there. Oh, it will be so nice to go back to Hawaii one day. And if I reached a certain price point in my spending, I got another discount on the dress that I was buying. So there's this encouragement to get you to spend more to get to that threshold. Okay, so those are some of the examples, and you could probably think of other examples, pop them in there. I like rewarding for repeat work rather than a price deed. Yeah, I like rewarding for repeat work rather than a price discount. Yeah, so you like that idea of if you come back more often, then you get the reward for that. Okay, so let's ask the question then, when might you discount? So those are the different types of discounts. So the thing I really want to talk about today is when might you discount. And so when you might discount, it's always important to think about what is the reason that you want to discount for. So you might have a lot of stock and you want to clear it. You might want to attract new customers, so you want to offer them some kind of discount to bring them in. You might want to head into a new market, and you might want to create some excitement around with your pricing by going into the new market and having that as a pricing strategy to do that. There's lots of reasons why you might want to discount. The really important thing is to actually calculate the cost that is going to have on your business. So if you normally charge $100 and now you're going to charge $80 for something, is $80 enough to cover your costs? And that was what I would always come back to when it comes to discounting. If it's something that you still need to spend money on to get to, then is it going to be enough to cover your costs? And so it's always important to come back to the financials, to do the calculations, and to figure out if it's actually going to be beneficial. Because the other thing is, what happens when you start to train people that this is your new price point. So we hear sometimes this race to the bottom as a concept for people, and we don't want to do that in any industry, unless that's where we want to be, unless we want to be the discount chemist, unless we want to be the cheap and cheerful, unless we want to be that as part of our pricing strategy. And always making sure that the pricing strategy offers the opportunity for your business to be financially viable and sustainable. Okay, so when you're thinking about discounting, when might you discount? It might be a one-off thing. You might have stock that you want to reduce, so you might use a bulk because you've already paid for it, and then you can write that off. The expenses have already been written off. I had a client who was a dentist, and one of the things that he loved doing was giving his older patients that he knew they had limited financial income, and he really wanted to encourage them to come to his practice. And he also loved being part of his local community, so he gave a small discount. And what we did was we tracked it over time. And after 3 months, he said to me, I may not be giving quite so much discount away after I see how much I'm actually giving away. Because I think what's really important is that you track it in a way that you can see how much you're actually spending. So is it a marketing cost? Is it, are you giving the discount in order to attract new people? So therefore, track it as a marketing cost and book that discount as a marketing cost. If you're doing it as part of your outreach to community, then identify that. He would love to have gone and done some pro bono work, and it wasn't possible for him to do that. So his way of contributing to community, instead of doing pro bono work, was to give a discount to a number of different people. So when might you discount? The question there is, what do you want to achieve? And track it and make sure that you continue to make your business financially viable and sustainable. So that's my take on discounting. It is, can you believe we are already well into January? So if you have any other questions that you'd like me to answer in future Mondays, I've got some topics lined up for the next couple of weeks. I'll let you know what those are prior to the sessions. And if that's it, give me a thumbs up that you've heard what I've said today and that you look forward to the chat in the conversation. Discounting is a really meaty subject, and we can come back to it again. We can maybe dive deeper into some of the different ideas for discounting and how you can actually make it work for you. It's important to understand why you want to do it, how much it's going to cost you, and will you continue to have a financially viable and sustainable business. That's it for today. Have a great week.